But then, once you get back into it, next thing you know, you're collecting horses, you're buying, you're selling, you're teaching lessons, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like a heroin addict.
Well, I think my heroin, I'm ready to just ride my own horse, because I don't have, like, Tick's like, did you ride your new horse yet? I'm like, you know what? No, I work 2.5 days a week up at County Markets. I mean, he was gonna come this afternoon, he came this morning, I had to rearrange 6 lessons, I was gonna go, which was fine, but, so
Right.
now I'm starting at 12 o'clock, I'm gonna be teaching till 8:30 tonight. And tomorrow I work for 12, and I'm gonna, as soon as I get home, teach until 8:30. I have to do it for money, but, you know, I wouldn't
Right.
necessarily want to do that money, but you need the money.
Maybe it's money, it's funny because people are like, you're heading to 50, you take off 3 days to groom for a young, good-looking guy. I'm like, that's my vacation, man. That's my vacation.
I know.
Good thing my husband's friends with me, because my neighbors, sometimes they see chicks walking in the neighborhood, they're like, can we get a job grooming for some young blonde riders?
Yep. I have my iPad, I know how to work it. I didn't know how to work it.
He's like, oh, Stan calling me? I think it's all of us. We all have the same things we bring to Dick. All the same problems, just different places.
He's a nice person.
All this apparatus here?
Yeah. Is it still working?
This wasn't on a bridle, huh?
Yeah. Okay.
Crazy.
I know. Well, then we don't have to worry about the whole bidding thing.
That's true.
Well, he's practicing because they took his bridles at the horse park.
That's right.
So
And he likes to ride without saddles too.
So when they
You know, in the puissance class, right?
Right.
Okay, he never complains, you know. I jumped my horse the other day, and he rode my horse in that 6-foot class, puissance class at Plantation, and the horse was jumping me out of his track a little bit. And I said, wow, Tick, like, this horse kind of really jumped me out of the tack. He said, no complaining, try 6 foot without a saddle. And he never complained before that. And he's the wrong anatomy to do that without a saddle, so.
It just makes you feel like so dumb because you're like nervous and then you ride around. So I said, I emailed them, like, your wife looks awesome on cross country at Rolex too, and how silly do I feel that I'm scared to walk my horse?
It's, you know what, it's a whole different thing. Like, if you talk to Shanae, when she's got young, dumb horses, she says to me, Chris, I don't want to do this anymore. I just give it to Tick. Like, I don't I'm not good at it and I don't like it, you know?
Yeah.
So,
So that's exactly right, and that's what Amen is, my other horse. He's a young, dumb horse, and that's what I said. I said he doesn't have the right reactions to things, so
Right.
he gets behind the leg and he feels like he's going to rear out. Like if he gets mad, he doesn't have the correct reactions like a normal horse.
and it's funny because people like Sinead, they don't necessarily do well. They had a young horse, they couldn't get through the water, big fancy horse. They got imported from Europe, so they finally gave up and gave it to Tick. Tick had it fixed in like a week.
Yeah.
They had it for months. For months.
They're going to be a good pair.
You know, Tick has, I think, the personality and the desire to fix it.
And he has no fear.
Yeah.
Well, but although he's like a nice, normal person. Like he was saying that he has the same problems with his horse that I have with mine. Like,
His mare.
it's because it's your own horse. It's like,
Right.
you know. Okay, Lisa, Tick's riding him around in just a halter, so.
So you were right, it just takes a very light rein with him. That's what you, remember we were working it out last night?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need more.
Horses are like, hey, he's a good looking dude. So long, the jockeys had him short, right?
It's just this
Big baboon, big long legs.
funny for off the tracker. Right. Yeah.
He's pretty cute though, the horse, right?
Yeah, he's very
Oh,
cute.
God, yeah. He looks great. I think he's the right horse for this.
You know, she's had 2 crazy thoroughbreds
She has.
that have scared her. And he's not scary.
He doesn't seem to have a bad home. Not even thinking about it. This man is insane.
Hmm?
This man is insane.
He
isn't
is insane.
Like the mad scientist.
Yeah, I think it's- I'll stick my hand in there. It's
Look at him,
Yeah,
look at him move, yeah, with his tongue.
Cute. Do you like him?
Yeah. He's not like, you know, I don't know how good a rider the owner is, but he's not like really well trained. Like, even at the beginning, like you ask him to bend to the right, and he hardly, like, I don't know if you saw how hard it was for him to like bend to the right, and that makes like, that turns everything you're doing into like trying to like make him do something rather than just simply like communicating to him like, I want to turn right, and he turns right. You're like all of a sudden then like hauling on the head to turn right.
She's
But he's-
okay. She'll be okay with that.
Yeah, but I mean, he's a sweet horse and he's got a lot of potential, and he, you know, like, there's nothing major wrong with him. He just needs like a little work. Like, I think he's a nice horse.
Yeah.
He's got a hell of
He's
a
not
shoulder,
mean
huh?
at all. He
No,
just
he's not mean. He wasn't gonna like run away with me or buck her rear. Like, yeah, he's like an off the track thoroughbred. Fairly typical, I think. You agree? Disagree? Any
I
comments?
do. You know, her other horses she had were crazy. You know, they'd be bucking and rearing
If
and
you can get an off the track thoroughbred that's sound and like this, you're ahead of the game. I think.
yeah.
I mean, he's not that like 1 in a million off the track thoroughbred that's going to take you to the Olympics or anything, but like he's a fairly typical.
a nice horse.
Yeah, I think he could do, like, you know, we'll see how he goes. He seems pretty willing to learn. And, you know, I don't think she has aspirations for Grand Prix or anything, you know. And then if she does, she can just trade him in and get a different one down the line. But
Yeah. Did you video some of that for her?
I videoed the whole thing.
Okay.
And,
Stayed on, good job.
yeah, and I think we were going wrong because we put a bridle in his mouth.
Oh, see?
And you dismount it, not off the back, just off the side, right?
Yeah.
It's a little thing.